they won't do it is because the banks are in trouble. The banks are still holding on to mortgages and homes that they can't get rid of. They can't dump. Okay, they have to keep them on the books. They could actually 3D print houses. They're doing it in Mexico for peasants for pennies on the dollar, and have facilities for their own little 400 square foot house on land that's already there that can actually house people. There aren't that many homeless people where they can't house them.
Yeah.
They just don't want to
BGS,
because
I got. Go ahead.
can I finish, please?
Yeah. I just want to let you know I got a question for you, so you ready? But
Okay,
go ahead.
and basically, really, this is not my hangout. It's not supposed to be a question and answer period for me, okay?
All
Because
right.
this is the ladies' hangout. But the thing is
Uh-huh.
that because they don't want if they build more individual homes to get these people off the street and give them individual homes, it's going to bring the property values down, which is going to bring the bank's balance sheets down. Okay, it's a very simple but complex thing. They're protecting the banks, and they don't care about the homeless. They don't care about the
And
homeless in San
most of
Francisco.
the
Especially the
most
black.
of the
So
I've
government
I
heard
had a
that.
question.
most
I had a
I've
question
most
heard
of
for
the
that.
One at a time,
BGS.
one
government
at a time, one at a time.
most of the
Black Guru,
governments
Black
are
Guru,
broke.
sir. I had a question for BGS, sir.
Bro, you first of all,
Sir,
we're
brother,
off topic
brother,
here. We're
brother,
grossly off topic.
Let him answer.
This
brother,
is the lady.
brother,
This is the
brother,
ladies' channel.
Let him
brother.
ask the
I don't
question.
want the warlord to come out. Okay. BGS, you said something earlier in that short diatribe that you gave about
It wasn't a diatribe, bro.
well, whatever you can call it, mom and pop soft serve ice cream. I don't care.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
whatever.
How long you gonna let this go on, BGS?
No,
I
Now
mean,
you
really,
said you said you
no,
said
hold
you
on a
you
see
second.
what
said
this guy is doing here,
Whoa.
and it's
If,
not the
Dang,
oh,
place.
so I'm the bad
Benjamin,
guy.
Benjamin.
I'm the bad
Yeah,
guy.
Benjamin, you are. You're being
Mela,
facetious and
Mela. Okay.
disrespectful.
You'd have been
Whatever.
voted. You did when
All right.
black
Well,
men and
if,
black women
I
agree.
guess
You're
if,
automatic. That's
okay.
automatically what we go with.
Benjamin,
Anyway,
if you want to have a talk
back
to
to
me
my
one,
question.
hold on a second, bro.
You are kind of being slick, bro.
If you want to have a one-on-one talk with me, I will open up a hangout for me and you. We
No,
can
I
have a
don't.
talk.
I just want this quick question answered.
Well,
That's
thank
all.
you.
It didn't take all that. Now,
This is,
you said something about peasants getting housing down in Mexico. Do
yeah,
I have that correct?
yes.
Okay, so would someone from the United States be able to repatriate or expatriate to Mexico and get a free housing? Would you
Okay, okay. This is only the Mexican government is doing it for Mexican citizens, for their
okay.
people. Okay,
All
you
right.
cannot
Yeah,
go
that's
down there
all.
because you're not a Mexican citizen.
I
Okay,
understand that.
can't do the
That's all
same
I
thing.
want. I just want some clarification. Thank you for
Yeah.
that, sir.
All right, Black Guru, because I know you. Yeah.
I
Okay,
yield my
let,
time. You go ahead, Black Guru.
let me
It's on
jump
you,
off here
player.
because
Yeah,
I'm
I like
derailing
the
the
we
whole
I
want
thing.
like
to
the
we
way
want to move the conversation forward. I'm
Yeah,
still here, y'all. I was driving and I know I
let,
have bad reception,
let,
but Benjamin, we're gonna move the conversation forward.
I'm
yeah,
with that. I'm
let
with
me
Yeah,
that.
I
I just
mean,
wanted to ask
I
that
like the
question.
way
let me go
he
ahead and jump.
I,
I like the way he
Let me
I
pulled
go
that
think
ahead.
we've
off.
gotten off subject.
You like that, Mela?
I think we've gotten off subject here.
We have Black Uru. Did you want to
You
contribute
know,
something
what
to
I
the
want to
topic?
say, uh, you and I have gone back and forth concrete, and
Yes.
respectfully, I think the respect has been mutual, or I've tried to be. I think
I yeah.
I think what you and maybe Danielle to a lesser degree, but I think what you all don't realize is that we've gone so far in the wrong direction that to re-steer things back in the right direction is going to be very painful, which means that
I agree.
black men are going to say some things and do some things that are going to cause you some great discomfort because they're
Mm,
in the fight for their own masculinity and mostly for their own humanity.
I
So
see.
much of the response you're getting, particularly from the younger men, BGS is older. He's from a different time. He and I are around the same age. He's from a different time and place. The way we interacted with your mothers, frankly, grandmothers are very different than how your peers interact with you because we have a very different history and life experience and mores
Right.
and et cetera. And so what I see is happening in the response to you and the response to Danielle is, although it may seem quite coarse, it may seem somewhat belligerent and hostile, it
Hmm.
is in response to what has been multiple times worse versus black men for a great long period of time, and to achieve this balance that you want, and I'm not even sure if that's even a valid position to seek, because I think in the end the only hope is for black men to be actually dominant over you. That's the only real hope for our people. So I don't even accept the notion of a balance if we're talking about equality. You know, I don't buy that in any reasonable way. I think black men either assume dominance over you or it's over.
May I
And
ask Black Guru a question?
to achieve dominance over you, they're going to have to respond to you in a way that you will perceive to be quite harsh.
Okay, now that is interesting. Hold on one second, Mela, really quick. I just want to say, Black Uru, we have gone back and forth, and I really took it as you giving me crap. So I wasn't taking it personal or anything like that. But you bring about an interesting point, and one that I, of course, can't refute, and one that does actually make sense. But does that mean that us as Black women, or me and Danielle saying we're standing in the gap, that we have to take the brunt of what's being given because we're volunteering to stand in the gap?
Well, I mean, if you're going to take the position you're taking, then you are definitely going to have to bear some of the brunt. I mean, it's the only way. You can't assume, you're assuming a position of leadership. You know, I mean, and whenever you assume any position of leadership,
not survival, but leadership
out front, you know, and add your voice to what has been a very complex and troublesome and trisome situation, then you're going to catch some feedback, and it's going to be painful again, in large part because, yeah, part of it is the men don't want to hear it from you. Part of it is we've heard too much damn from you. We've heard too much from our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunts, our teachers. We've heard too damn.
Not the titles. That's why I had to
Black
go
Uru,
on.
I have a question for you. Can I ask Black Uru a question? Concrete Rose, you guys mind if I ask Black Uru a question? Black Uru, do you mind if I ask you a question? All right.
I mean, just ask a
Hopefully it's
question, man.
relevant.
You keep on trying to
Hopefully it's
sneak
relevant.
shit.
I hope it's relevant I hope it's
question,
relevant to the subject.
Well, you know, so the question is, do you know why you got dogged?
Okay.
It is relevant to the subject and what we were talking about in the intro,
Calm
Mela.
down, little fella.
But
you see, hold on, time out. You see what you just You see what you just did. Calm down, little fella. Don't be sneaky about shit.
I'm not talking to you,
but I am
I'm not
talking to you.
Oh, that's Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Come on, y'all, chill out. Like, we want to have a respectful.
No, he directed a question to me. You're free to ask. I hope it's relevant to the subject. That's all.
It very much so is relevant, and we kind of seen an example of that just a few moments ago. Earlier, you said that there is a lack of masculinity amongst Black men, especially within my age group. Let's say millennials. You know,
I did not say that. I did not even remotely. Sir, hold on. Now you're quoting me. You're falsely quoting me.
And you did another sneak diss to me too, by the way.
I did not say there was a lack of
I'll let that
masculinity.
go.
I said that your generation, younger generations, have different relationships with Black women than those of our generation and prior. That's what I said. I made no reference at all to masculinity or lack thereof.
I could have.
No, you most certainly did not.
We can agree to
what I said.
We can agree to disagree on that point.
No, there's no agree to disagree on what I said.
Rewind the tape.
Let's move the subject. Let's move on to the subject. I'm not going to have a discussion with someone who's going to misquote me and then say, let's agree to disagree. Let's go to another subject.
Under attack. That's what I heard.
Well, it was something about masculinity.
I said nothing about masculinity being under attack
yes, you are
by your generation or my generation. I said
he did use the word. Yes,
I said we have different generations, different relationships with our women. That's what I said.
Okay,
I said, and because Black men have been under attack for so long, that much of what Black women are going to receive is going to be a response or a result of having been under those attacks.
Let me clean the question up, sir. With that said, if we can all agree that there is a deficiency in masculinity.
That's what I heard.
Oh, so you heard that too, Concrete. Okay, well, anyway. since we can come to some
Yeah,
sort
I'm
of
gonna rewind this
agreement.
clip.
Yeah,
Since we
please
can
do.
come to some sort of agreement that there is a lack of masculinity amongst the zillennial and millennial cohort, how do you think we go about fixing that problem, Black Uru, you as the elder statesman on the panel?
Well, I mean, I guess that presupposes that I think it can be fixed, but